Israel is amassing troops along the Gaza border, and we're just getting new satellite images of the devastation there in Gaza and southern Israel, the toll of days of explosions on both sides. Matt Gutman, what more can you share?
Lindsay, the Israeli military telling us that they have launched what they are calling a ground incursion into Gaza. What that actually means, though, is that they have positioned tanks and artillery. That's the first time in this latest outbreak of violence that they have done so, firing that into the Gaza Strip. Of course, when we're talking about artillery and tank fire, it is much less accurate than those precision-guided missiles that they've been using against Hamas targets so far. In addition to that, Israel says that it has called up about 7,000 reservists. They're deploying them towards the southern border. They're not going in at this point. We don't know if they're going to launch an actual invasion of the Gaza Strip. The Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, earlier released a statement saying that this incursion is meant to force Hamas to, quote, pay a heavy price, end quote. He said that there's no real timeline at this point. However, their goal, as vague as it is to create peace and security for the state of Israel. So we don't know how long they're going to continue this artillery and tank fire. We don't know if they're actually going to send troops in. We don't know if they want to destroy Hamas or just reduce their capabilities. We also don't know how much politics is involved in all of this, an effort to try to assure Israelis by the prime minister, who is in a very precarious political state, that he's doing everything he can to protect them. Now, as they did launch that ground incursion, as they call it, which tank and artillery fire, they told residents around Gaza within basically a 30 kilometers, so like a 16, 17-mile radius, to get into their bomb shelters. They are expecting reprisals. That as Hamas has launched at this point over 1,700 rockets into Israel, 8 Israelis killed, over 150 wounded. On the Palestinian side, obviously the death toll much more significant, well over 100 people killed so far. We are told by Palestinian health officials that there are over 24 women and children who've been killed, well over 600 people wounded. Again, unfortunately, there is no end in sight. The U.S. Is sending one of its top envoys to the region. Egypt has a person in Gaza right now. But again, it doesn't seem like this is actually slowing down, and it seems like it's accelerating at this point. One thing that we can note is that we have not heard that Red Dawn siren, those air raid sirens, for many hours today. We don't know what that means. We just know that at least here in the center of Israel, where we are right now in Tel Aviv, that there hasn't been rocket fire in multiple hours. Perhaps that's good news. Unclear at this point. It is important to note that an Israeli official with whom I spoke earlier said that they still believe that Hamas has thousands of rockets, so it's not like they've fired themselves out of rockets by this point. They still have an arsenal. Unclear how they intend to deploy it at this point. Again, not clear where this is going, but certainly right now we can say it's not over yet. Lindsay.
And you use the word accelerating. Lots of concern behind that. Our thanks to Matt Gutman.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.